a full battery and an empty memory card. Welcome to Thursday. Car starts, that's a good sign. Let's get the radio shut off here. About 48 degrees today. Whew! It was windy last night. Got a lot of rain yesterday too, so things are still wet. Actually, I think it just rained a little bit ago. It sounded like it was hitting the roof as I was getting ready for work. Really need the sunshine glasses, but we'll pull them out and clean them off. Kind of a somber day today. 3 months since I've seen my little buddy, my little kitty cat. Try to not think about it, but every time I look at the calendar, it pops up. Get back in there. There it is. Okay. So, this is my last Thursday to work this year. Today is the 17th of December, 2020. Middle of the pandemic. Record numbers of people dying and getting sick, and half the people say, "Oh my God, you're gonna kill us all." The other half say, "Yeah, it's nothing going on. It's not serious." I was looking at that little Suzuki across the street there, that passenger front wheel. Looks like it's out of whack a little bit. I think they drive it too much. Alrighty, well, turn the fan down just a notch so there won't be too much fan noise. Let's roll. So I didn't get one out for you last week. I tried. I don't know what's going on with that Canon camera. I was taking the memory or the footage directly off of the card, not running through the camera, but taking it right off the card. And I goofed. Last week's drive to work video, I pulled the card before it fully uploaded. I thought it was done, but apparently it wasn't. Well, I had already put it onto the laptop. And that footage is there and it runs, it shows just fine. So I put that footage back onto the card and then tried to upload it to the other computer, and it won't recognize it now. So, I don't know. I think I just have to go directly off that camera, off that card itself. But it's been frustrating. You know, this thing here, I do a video. This is the big Canon, my HF, whatever this thing is, 800, whatchamacallit. Got the big mic on it and everything, the big lens cover. Great camera. Just doesn't recognize the external memory cards. It only recognizes the internal memory now. But it's got a big internal memory. But yeah, this one here, I do this video. It'll actually break it up into 2 parts, but you know, it only records for so long and it starts a separate file. No big deal. I plug it into the computer. I have to plug the camera into an outlet. Oh, nice. Just dump your mattress because you're too lazy to take it to the dump. Just go find a crappy neighborhood and make it their problem. But, you know, just plug the whole thing right into the camera or to the computer. It uploads, goes right to the location it's been set as, and no issues whatsoever. Open up my editing program. Bada bing, bada boom. Next thing you know, you guys are watching YouTube videos from me. That little Canon, for whatever reason, it just fights me every step of the way. The van's turning, so let's scoot across before the other traffic gets here. So I don't know why it's just so difficult. That's the other thing too, the other camera, even though the file location is set up to dump it into the month of the year that the file was done, so everything in December automatically goes into a December file. That Canon doesn't do that, so I have to go through my whole stockpile to go find that one video. It's just been a pain to deal with. Other than that, I like the camera, like the size, love the zoom. Just wish it would work like everything else. So, in other news, I've been chatting back and forth with Kyle. He's a frequent commenter. Last week he sent me a note that he wants to let y'all know that finally got his, I forget what he called it, his case approved, so he can start doing therapy and get himself back on his feet and get to working again and enjoying a normal life. But now he can't get a hold of the caseworker. He was supposed to get a hold of her last week, and I made a comment about him. I said, start blowing up her email, start blowing up her phone. She's not contacting you, contact her. Says he's been trying for over a week now. She's probably on vacation. Which I totally understand his frustration. I've had people in the past tell me, oh yeah, I'll take care of that tomorrow. Then you come in tomorrow, oh yeah, he's been on vacation. He had it scheduled for months. Okay, why did he tell me he was going to do this tomorrow? So, some people just don't think, they don't care. Just living in the moment. So Kyle, hopefully everything works out. Probably not going to hear back from her till into the new year, from what you've been telling me, unfortunately. But, you know, that 4th is the first official day back, and everybody should be working. The 4th or the 5th, I'd be emailing and telephoning, and for this little car, we've got an opening. Go, little cruise, go. Got a Jeep coming up behind me pretty quick still. It's a Jeep. Maybe it's an S10, I can't see. Got a little water blowing off the roof onto the rear window. So, yeah, when you're dealing with government, social worker type individuals, sometimes it can be difficult. I blew my back out and was on unemployment. They wouldn't let me work. Just every week they'd put me on under a new caseworker, and I had to call that caseworker to keep everything active. And every week I'd get a letter in the mail, and I'd have to make a phone call, and it was always call this number, dial this one. Here's their extension. Please hold. Sorry, we can't take your call right now. Getting disconnected. It was just, but if you don't call within, so many days, then they shut your claim down. So that was just bogus. And I understand there's a lot of people that abuse the system, so they're having to get through all that as well. Sure felt like every time I did talk to somebody that I was being blamed. I was the criminal. Oh, I'm one of the ones that's actually injured and needs the assistance. So other than that, neat clouds blowing around up in the sky there. Mr. Jeep is still back on my back bumper. It is a Jeep. plane swap last night. We're going to do a partial full move next Monday, and then we're bringing one of our current planes back into the factory to continue on with the build, and that'll do it for the year for us. Work's been kind of slow this week. From a safety standpoint, that's not entirely a bad thing. Got a lot of folks out. Sounds like April 30th is when the first round of move memos will come out for those of us that will be leaving the 787. Well, actually, everybody's going to be leaving the 787 in Everett, but that'll be when the last plane that's in the building rolls out of the first position. Once they empty that out, then they'll start shipping the tooling off. They have 28 pieces of specific tooling used to assemble the 787-8s that have to go to South Carolina. Everything else is pretty much universal. So we'll be packing that stuff up and putting it on trucks or transports or whatever. But April 30th is when that'll start. We don't have an end date yet, but some of my managers are saying it may not be until September. Got another email earlier this week, an offer to go down to Victorville, California for 6 months to a year. I didn't respond. Although this time they said you could either fly down or drive down. They give you 3 days to drive. There goes Mr. Jeep. I see I'm doing 60. Little gray, whatever those things are. He's just whipping along. Gotta be faster than everybody else. That lane ends there, Mr. Toyota. Pay attention to what you're doing. Thanks for the turn signal, though. So you can turn it off now. Hey, listen. Yeah, I still have no idea when I will actually be leaving. Gonna guess probably with the last group of mechanics in the functional test team as they're heading out to other programs. But you never know. Fewer people in the building, they're not going to need as much safety coverage. I'll be one of those that'll just kind of pop up in my email. Surprise, you're moving. Email that went out yesterday, all the with the money crunch that's going on, bonuses aren't being paid out to salary folks. I still get a bit of a bonus each year because it's part of my union contract, even though it's not much. It's better than nothing. But the salary folks, they're based off of our annual performance. They said they suspended all that stuff earlier in the year. The company came out and says, yeah, we want to give you something to entice you to stick around and keep working. So, here we're going to give you, basically I forget what they called it technically, but it's a stock option. But you can't do anything with it for 3 years. Because they're anticipating things will recover in about 3 years. The longer you've been there and what your pay grade is determines how many shares, I'm air quoting that, shares that you get. But it does exclude all union covered personnel, such as myself, and executives. So it's only basically for our management and other salary type folks. We're delivering 37s again. I'm supposed to do like 24 of them by the end of the year. I think I heard that we've delivered 6 of them so far since they ungrounded them last week. So I got it's either a Kia or Toyota. Just Toyota screaming up on my back bumper. He's backing off. Yesterday there was a red, I don't want to call it a Supra. What's the hot Nissan GT-R, I think it is? He was just whipping down this road and it was pouring pretty hard. Lots of heavy spray. We're all doing about this speed and he had to be going faster than everybody else. He got in front of me about 4 or 5 cars. We come up to this corner here and we're doing 25 around this corner. Jeez, what's going on? And I look in front of that red guy and there's a minivan just creeping around the corner. And I wonder if he was just slowing down to slow down Mr. Nissan. Boy, once we got up here at the top of the hill and we merged in with the Boeing freeway, Mr. Nissan gunned it and took off. That's not how you need to be driving when it's dumping down rain. He got on the freeway. He was behind me last night going into the little underpass. He's one of those that slows down and holds up traffic behind him so we can get in the tunnel and goose it to make lots of noise. Yeah, that car will be wrapped around a telephone pole before you know it. So, should be quiet at work again tonight. Go around, do my wash inspections, water the floor a little bit. See what I can get into. A couple of service requests that I've put in that I need to follow up on. That's about all I got planned for the night. Had a couple people asking to get into the shop coordinator crib. Hey, we need gifts for the cruise. There ain't no gifts for the cruise. Always got stuff up there. There's nothing up there. I've got the key. I go in there every couple of days. There's nothing up there. This is the only place I've worked where they pay you really good money. I mean, I make, what do I make? I just got an 11-cent pay raise. I'm about $40.50 an hour, basically. We've got some of the greediest people here that will take the cheapest, smallest little free thing and whine and cry when they don't get one. Make $40 an hour. Of course, so many of these yahoos go out and buy Nissan GT-Rs that they can't afford and big giant houses and don't manage their money. Alrighty. Pull into my back lot again here. Try to save the car from the indignity of more door dings. Probably not going to catch the light. I'm sure it'll go yellow by the time we get up here. Yep. anticipated. The day shift folks heading out. It's the 2:30 crowd leaving now. The 3 o'clock crowd is starting to trickle back into work. Boy, how about that snowstorm on the East Coast, huh? One place got 40 inches overnight. They're saying they got more snow in this one storm than they got all of last year. Okay, come on, Lexus, hit the throttle. Just chatting away. Okay, we got a little SUV thing rolling through the parking lot. Sneak over this way, twist it around. Just park it right here. Alrighty, that's gonna do it. Uh-oh, somebody getting an unlock on their car from the security services. Alright, that's gonna do it. We're done. We're here. I gotta go into work, have a boring day, and finish out my boring week, and then I got 3 days next week yet. It'll hopefully go halfway decent. We will catch you all in the next one. Bye-bye.